You've probably heard 1,000 theories about love and attraction. Some say it's in your eyes, others say it's in your wallet. But science says it's a lot weirder and way more complicated than we give it credit for. Turns out, it's not just about looks or height or wearing sunglasses indoors like a budget celebrity or a smoker of interesting things. It's a bizarre combo of confidence cues, body language, social savviness, something scientists call presence, which is pretty much your nervous system loudly announcing, "I'm comfortable here. You should be too." Strap in, because we're about to get into the nitty-gritty of the strange and sometimes borderline ridiculous science of human attraction. Not pickup lines, not cologne hacks, legit psychology, real brain stuff. Let's go. Let's start with the basic truth. Human attraction is a psychological circus with a dash of biology and a sprinkle of evolutionary theory. On second thought, there's a generous scoop of confusion too. And while everyone's out here trying to decipher DMs and Tinder swipes, psychologists and neuroscientists are peeking inside brains and ruining first dates in the name of data. 1. Your brain is a dopamine dealer. So you're wondering why some people can walk into a room and instantly become everyone's favorite topic, and others could walk in on fire while tap dancing and still go unnoticed like they're the invisible man from Hotel Transylvania. First things first, when you feel attracted to someone, that's not Cupid. That's dopamine, your brain's hype man, sprinting through your reward system screaming, this one, ooh, look at this one. The ventral tegmental area, nerd word for reward center, goes full Vegas jackpot when we see someone who ticks the right boxes. Hold on though, because those boxes are not what you think. It's not hotness or cheekbone geometry. It's pattern recognition, emotional relevance, and social cues, all processed in milliseconds. Yes, your brain actually speed dates people before you even open your mouth to blurt out a BuzzFeed-era pickup line. 2. Mystery is more than a genre. So just think of being mysterious as being the last cookie in the jar. The person you're somehow into may not necessarily be the tastiest, but they're the only one you can't stop thinking about, which means that the less people know about you up front, the more their brain starts filling in the blanks, probably with flattering details. I'm talking about the information gap theory by Lowenstein, which suggests that curiosity is triggered when there's a gap between what we know and what we want to know, like that one cookie of information in an otherwise empty jar. A weird but real psychological trick where partial information makes someone more intriguing than full transparency. People say, just be yourself, which is nice, but if yourself is someone who trauma dumps on the first handshake, maybe pace it. If you're an open book, cool, but maybe don't throw the whole character lore with side quests into the first 5 minutes. Being interesting is less about being complex and more about knowing when to say things. You're not a resume, you're a Netflix show, hopefully a high-budget one that won't get canceled. 3. Voice isn't just sound. Just forget about Henry Cavill in The Witcher for a moment. I assure you, you don't need a radio voice or a villainous British accent to be attractive, though that certainly helps if you're Tom Hiddleston playing Loki. In actuality, however, the way you speak, like your tone and style, influences perception a lot more than we give it credit for. In fact, studies have shown that people judge emotional warmth and trustworthiness from voice alone. That's good news for radio show hosts and podcast bros, at least. Yay for them? Here's a pro tip though. Slow down a bit, and don't whisper your name like you're in witness protection. The desk next to yours is nice. Want to know the real reason high school crushes and office romances are so common? It's not destiny, it's proximity. The more we see someone, the more our brains start to warm up to them. It's called the mere exposure effect. This doesn't mean just loiter near someone until they imprint on you like a baby duck. No, it means shared spaces create familiarity, and familiarity breeds comfort, which can easily turn into attraction. Just don't turn proximity into stalking. There's a fine line between we study in the same library and I've memorized your daily coffee order and built a shrine for it in my room. For legal and romantic purposes, do not cross it. 5. Monkey see, monkey get a crush. Welcome to the Jedi mind trick of attraction, mirroring. It's when your body subconsciously copies someone else's. Your brain's like, oh, we're doing this now? Cool, let's sync up. The reason is pretty simple. Humans are wired to trust what feels familiar, both as an evolutionary response and an inbuilt Rotten Tomatoes rating system. And no, this isn't some manipulative robot behavior. It's how cave people probably bonded before words were invented. One guy scratched his head, the other scratched his head too, and voila, best friends. Today, this mirroring thing is emotional glue in a world full of awkward small talk. So basically, next time you're getting along real well with someone and realize you're both sipping your drinks at the same pace, know that one of you is mirroring. Congrats! Your nervous system is doing the cha-cha. The recap, because your brain likes closure, even if your ex doesn't. Attraction isn't a certain cherub deity's projectile weapon hitting you. It's science playing dress-up. Really, it's a mix of dopamine rushes, subconscious sniff tests, brain hacks, emotional context, and just enough mystery to make us come back for episode 2. So if you're feeling overlooked or confused by the social algorithm, relax. You're not broken. You're just human. And humans are weird. And if you appreciate that weirdness, you'll like the rest of the videos on my channel too. Check them out.